meter run. The world record 144.84 held by Paul Ereng of Kenya, who is in this race tonight. The American record 146.10 by Johnny Gray, set back in 1986. Here's the way they'll line up. In lane 1, the Central Collegiate 1,000-meter champion from Eastern Michigan, Mark Daly. Lane 2, the Southwest Conference champ from Arkansas, Lorenzo Brown. Lane 3, the Big 8 champion at 800 meters from Iowa State, Brett Carney. In lane 4, the TAC Outdoor 800 champion from Florida, Mark Everett. Dieudonné Kwizera of Nebraska will be in lane 5, the Big 8 champ. In lane 6, John Cook of George Mason University. In lane 7, Ben Kurgat of the University of Virginia. And in lane 8, the Olympic 800-meter champion, Paul Ereng.
The last man in your graphic right there set the world indoor record, broke Sebastian Coe. There he is right there. Broke Sebastian Coe's world indoor record that had stood for 6 years at the World Championships just last week.
And that's the exact uniform he wore at those World Championships when his Kenyan team did not show up. But that was just the least of his problems in Budapest. In fact, Ereng's stunning come-from-behind record at the World Championships was even more unbelievable than his similar rush to gold in the Olympic 800 at Seoul. He misread the schedule and had only 10 minutes instead of his usual 2 hours to warm up. He still broke the world record, but he doesn't consider himself an unbeatable 800-meter runner.
Well, there's so many kids. I mean, anybody can come with surprises, because when I came over, nobody knew who I was. He just came, like strong to fame and, win the gold medal and that kind of thing. And nobody knew, and everybody was like, that was kind of a fluke, how come, he appeared and won like that. But, after a while, I had to justify what kind of person I was, and I had to win the World Championship again and broke the record. Here, I cannot really say that there is a main competition, but anybody can be a main competition. Anybody can come with surprises, you never know. So that's why I don't undermine anybody. I don't say we don't have a competition here. Everybody's pretty good.
6'1", 150 pounds, lanky, a 400-meter runner a year ago, probably a year and a half ago, safer to say. And he ran 45.6, and his coach at the University of Virginia said, we can make you a great half-miler. And they decided to focus on the 800 meters for the Olympics. And he learned the event, won almost no races until he got to the games and won gold. There's a man who might press him a bit, but he's got a sore hamstring. Mark Everett, an Olympian who's been a big find for the United States in the last year at 800 meters from the University of Florida.
A TAC outdoor champion. He has not practiced in the last 2 weeks because of that sore left hamstring, but he ran reasonably well in his heats, and he could challenge.
Star of the future, Mark Daly, just a sophomore, and Ohio State 800-meter champion, 151 in high school. He ran earlier this year 147.1 on a relay, just his second all-time mile as a collegian. He ran 4:04. This guy's got good 400-meter speed as well, and this is the place where you find these potential people who can make our Olympic team. We are probably seeing a number of them who will be on our team representing us in Barcelona in '92.
He was all worked up about this race, too, wasn't he? Nice yawn there to keep himself relaxed.
That's nervousness, Bob. Believe me, I've done through that myself.
Everett, and now Ereng.
Everett wants a fairly even pace. He's concerned about his leg giving out. He doesn't want to go out in 25 seconds. He'd rather run fairly even splits and then hope he can lift and kick at the end. He has excellent speed, almost as good as Ereng. Let's see what happens on the last lap. The gun's up.
On your mark.
You saw Everett with elbows up before they even started. He's way over on the outside. He's got to get a great start, handle the turn, and then break for the pole. But it doesn't look like he's going to get inside position. Mark Daly has got it. And now he will be challenged on the outside by Lorenzo Brown of Arkansas. Key man for Arkansas. Lorenzo Brown needs to get points here.
Kwizera from Burundi is in third place, and the University of Nebraska. It's Daly by the first 200 meters in 25.5. My goodness.
Very fast. Multiply it out. 50 seconds at the quarter. 140. It won't work out like that, folks. Daly, the star of the future, as Larry just described him, being shadowed by Lorenzo Brown.
There you go. Now the biggest stars are running next to last and last. There they are in the top of your screen. You see them back there. That's Mark Everett last and Ereng and next to last place. Let's watch and see what happens. 53 seconds. They're running 146 pace. We have yet to hear from Mr. Ereng. I'll be amazed if he's back there in another half lap.
But every man in this field knows what Ereng can do. They know he has an absolutely explosive kick. In a few strides, he can make up a gap or get by somebody. Watch Ereng moving up right now.
Here he comes. Now let's see if we can get a watch on his last.
Here's the rush. Here is the rush. Ereng quickly does away with 3 competitors. quickly. Kwizera not waiting for Ereng to come to his shoulder as he does. Ereng out in lane 2. Now he drives to the lead. Ereng with a beautiful flowing stride. There you can see him now running for his championship. Kwizera in second. Daly doing a great job in fourth position. Moving up quickly now into third.
That's George Mason
That's
University.
John Cook. And John Cook is going to get Kwizera. Daly's going to get him as well. 1:47.7 for Paul Ereng in a beautiful tactical race. He knew he was strong enough to get by everybody. Waited for the last lap to do it.
I clocked Ereng in his last 200 meters in 26 seconds flat. Hard to do, folks, to accelerate like that. Look at him float around the turn, stay out of trouble, let everybody else get some fatigue in them, run a very slow first 200 meters, and look at that stride. I mean, is that picture perfect or what?
Edwin Moses and his 15-foot lope.
You know, once you build like that and you begin to accelerate, it is smart to do what he did. Even though you're running in the second lane around a turn, keep your momentum going. Kwizera moving up well and actually running well here on the back stretch. The young man who really had almost no high school experience in Burundi was found by a coach out there as a raw talent and ran 1:45 within a year or two, is struggling to hold on a second. Look at the arms pumped, the great speed. Whatever you think, you youngsters at home, your best distance is, go one longer. Just like Paul Ereng did, go up one distance, and that's where you'll start.
A great victory from Paul Ereng from the University of Virginia. There you see the final results. 1:47.7. John Cook from George Mason, a great second-place run for him. And Mark Daly comes through from Eastern Michigan for third.
Paul's just 1/2 second off the NCAA record set by Earl Jones back in 1985 when the meet was held in Syracuse.
That marked 1:47.26.
He is a psychology major and hopes to go into special education when he goes back to Kenya someday. He is from the Rift Valley, where all the great athletes seem to come. They lived up at 5,000 feet. It's an area inland.
And Dwight is standing by now.
Paul, first of all, congratulations on the world record in Budapest, but this was a tactical race and a race that played right into your hands.
Right, that's true. I just had to run to win.
Did you expect that they would try to force the pace early to try to take some kick out of you?
I don't think they can take a kick out of me, because what I thought they would do was to go early to fight for the second and the other position, but not to win the race.
You've only been running this event for about a year and a half. How much better can you get?
I don't know. I'm just getting better, and I'm very happy. The world record showed how much I can improve within running within 1 year.
Outstanding performance. Thank you very much, Paul.